Whoa, what images we're getting from Japan right now. You won't believe it. It's amazing footage, but also scary footage when we have everything covered in ash. We're talking about a volcano, a throning volcano. Sakurajima is one of the most active volcanoes in the world. It's located in the Kagoshima Bay in Japan. It was formerly an isolated island, but it was joined to the Ozumi Peninsula by nothing else than a volcanic eruption, because a massive lava flow during a historic eruption in 1914 was basically connecting it. And it is highly active, like smoking constantly and experiencing thousands of minor eruptions annually in the Kagoshima prefecture in Kyushu, Japan, just 4 kilometers, 2.3 miles from Kagoshima city. That's what makes this so important, and that's what's producing these images that we're seeing right now, because this is not a small eruption, and that's why school children go to school with helmets. I've shown you that in the past, because this thing throws out volcanic rocks and matter that can really injure you. Elevation is 3,665 feet, 1,117 meters. The summit of that volcano consists of 3 main peaks: Kitadake, that is inactive, Nakadake, and Minamidake, that is highly active. And it's in a state of nearly constant eruptive activity, with thousands of minor explosions occurring yearly. And unfortunately, also people live right on the volcano, approximately 4,600 residents, and they have to coexist basically with the ashfall, but they have highly organized disaster preparedness measurements, like concrete shelters and the hard hats that they're wearing. So there's concrete shelters everywhere where you can seek shelter should there be a sudden explosion, so that you're not being hit by these fastest bullet volcanic rocks that are being shot out. So how can you reach this? Easily reached via a short 15-minute ferry ride from Kagoshima city. So what is it doing right now actually? So a major eruption has caused massive volcanic ashfall today over Kagoshima city. And the images that you see, this is not a dust storm. It is really volcanic ash from today's eruption. And large amount of ash is falling all across Kagoshima city in the Kagoshima prefecture. So you see the high rises, the apartment homes, and you see that massive cloud where you wouldn't understand at first that this is a volcano, right? It looks like, is it a thunderstorm? Is it a tornado? Is it a dust storm? And that eruption was not a short one, guys. This lasted for approximately 7 hours. It started at 5 a.m. local time and continued, is still continuing probably right now. So it has been lasting. I have to reword that. While I'm speaking, it's still erupting. And the intensity of the eruption is fluctuating. It's going up and down. The continuous activity that we're seeing here right now, that is why we're seeing this significant volcanic amount of volcanic ash emissions that is coming down on the city. And several areas around the mountain are completely blanketed in ash. And that is definitely disrupting the activities of local residents, right? And this volcano is one of the most closely monitored volcano by the Japanese volcanology authorities for that reason, because people are so close, right? And right now, they're carrying out monitoring because there is the possibility that this volcanic activity right now could even increase further and have more impacts on the surrounding areas, especially because of the spread of the volcanic ash. And we should look at the location of Sakurajima. It sits on the rim of a huge caldera, and that is called the Aira or Era caldera, which produces it produced, not produces, hopefully not again, it produced one of Japan's largest prehistoric eruptions about 30,000 years ago. So the current eruptions that we've seen at Sakurajima are basically tiny, tiny, tiny compared to what was happening when that caldera forming event happened. So this is a very, very interesting area. And while we're talking about Sakurajima, I want to show you something because that was a spectacle of nature that just happened a few days ago because a meteor was exploding in the sky above the Sakurajima volcano in Japan. So you see the night sky, beautiful night sky, and then you see Sakurajima with a little bit of a cloud coming out of there. And then you see like boof, you see the meteor behind the volcano. So that was not volcanic lightning or anything like this, but wow, what a spectacle that we see a meteor crashing down in front of such an impressive and historic volcano. And now it is erupting, and it's not the only volcano erupting. There's several volcanoes erupting all over the world right now, and I'll report about those too, of course. And since this is still happening in Japan, while I'm talking, I'm getting through the live ticker, I'm getting more headlines, and this thing really seems to be quite substantial. Another headline that I'm just getting from Japan: breaking, a major explosive eruption at Japan's Sakurajima volcano has sent a massive plume of ash billowing kilometers, miles into the sky over the Kagoshima prefecture. And the authorities, the government has issued a volcanic ash warning for Kagoshima city. Yeah, I don't think they need, I think people know, right? It's pretty obvious by now. So this is definitely a large eruption at Sakurajima in Japan today. They think for now that the height of the ash plume could reach definitely at least that much as it did at another larger eruption on May 8th, where it was reaching up to 12,000 feet into the sky, 3,500 meters. So let's see if that will reach as high again. I'm showing you a video quickly here from what happened on May 8th when it was erupting. And of course, Japan gets it all, the big mega thrust earthquakes, lots of volcanoes, because we have dangerous subduction zones there, right? Subduction zones, tsunami, earthquakes, and the volcanoes along the Pacific Ring of Fire. That is basically daily business. But Japan, I would say, is not one of it's the best prepared country for stuff like this. So they're really, really good at this. But yeah, they're also getting the worst of the worst, the mega thrust earthquakes, large earthquakes. And if you want to know what they found at the dangerous subduction zone that produced the disaster in 2011, the Tohoku earthquake, with the tsunami and the nuclear power plant exploding. Guys, they found something, and they said it was not random that this earthquake happened. And the problem is, since there is something, this can happen again. But this could be present in other subduction zones as well. So not only Japan has a problem, could we have a problem like this on the west coast of Canada and the US, for example? Very, very important finding. Check out this video on the end screen. I see you there in a second. Bye-bye.